Also, before this video starts and before I get see some comments, there's a fish tank filter running in the background. So no one is peeing 24/7 during this video in the corner of my living room. It is just a fish tank. Just gonna nip that right in the bud before anybody gets any ideas. So let's talk a little bit about this new Modern Warfare title that's coming out. We obviously just got the beta for the PC probably about a week ago or over the weekend. It was a pretty fun, beta. I have to admit that it turned Call of Duty up on its head for me. I was expecting a dumpster fire like Black Ops 3 or 4, or any of the past Call of Duty games, post Black Ops 2. But as I was playing it, something really weird happened. It felt very nostalgic. It felt as if they had just taken Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, combined them together, and then remastered them. So, needless to say, I was fully expecting this to be a disaster. My mindset going into this game was it's another Call of Duty, another year, another shitstorm, another money grab. That's all they're going for. And full disclosure, this is still just the beta. They have more than enough time to implement all kinds of shit that'll ruin the game for me. So let's go ahead and just talk about, what makes this beta shine, the pros and the cons of it. So let's go ahead and jump to the meat of things. The gunplay. The gunplay itself feels amazing, from running and gunning with an SMG to close quarters with the shotty. The sniping is not my favorite. For some reason, it kind of feels super freaking slow when you're aiming in, but that's because I probably didn't figure out how to get like a sleight of hand perk or a quick draw perk on it at all. I didn't spend too much time sniping, but from when I did, it felt pretty great. So my primary go-to loadout in this entire beta was the M4A1 with a heavy barrel, a red dot, silencer, and a foregrip. Pretty much everybody seemed like they were using this loadout, either that or running around with an AK or a sniper or a shotgun. It's primarily what I saw people using. The gun seems pretty good all the way around. I'm kind of disappointed there's no UMP, because that would have been freaking awesome. But I do have one thing to look forward to. If you go to the guns menu, you see that the SCAR is the last assault rifle you unlock, so I'm pretty freaking excited about that. So anyways, gunplay is freaking sweet. Let's move on to the modification system. So if you remember any past Call of Duty game, you obviously know you can put attachments on your guns. Well, they've overhauled this to include all kinds of choices. Kind of reminds me of the Rainbow Six Siege customization. You can customize your barrel to increase range, damage drop off, aim down sight time, and others. I found they had a huge amount of optics to choose from the further you level up your weapon. It started with a red dot, and I just used the gun continuously, and apparently the gun was like level fucking 20 or something, and I checked it and there was like 20 new scopes, and it ended with like a sniper scope. It was freaking sweet. So it feels like they just want you to put whatever you want on your guns. It's kind of like Battlefield 3 in a way, where you can have like a Magnum revolver with like a 32 times scope on it. Anyways, movement. Now, movement kind of ties in with the gunplay of things, but I'm going to give it its own spot. Movement super duper fluid. You've got your vaulting, your sprinting, your sliding, and now you can swing open doors. That's right, for the first time in a Call of Duty title, they have added doors with hinges. This is incredible. This is just game breaking, game of the year, E3 next year, game awards. Game of the year, just amazing. 10 out of 10 would do more doors. But you can kick open doors and scare the shit out of your opponents, thus ending their life via heart attack. So let's move on to the kill streaks. If you remember Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 kill streaks, you're going to be really happy to know that that's basically what these are. It reminds me of Modern Warfare 3 kill streaks more of anything. You've got your juggernauts, you've obviously got your chemical warfare, white phosphorus, which some people are pissed about for some reason. You've got your UAVs, your predator missile, your care package, all kinds of shit. You also have, I didn't see a video of this, but I'm assuming there's a nuke you can get if you get a certain number of kills. It's not on the kill streak menu. Kind of like the Moab from, what was that? Mediocre game. Modern Warfare 3, yes. Let's talk about the cons. Now, we didn't get a ton of maps for the open beta, which is fine. It's an open beta, but I'm going to complain about the maps right now. Not that the maps are bad, but a handful of maps that we got seem to be a spawn trap from hell. The maps seem pretty dark, and the visibility is definitely not going to be your lover. Now, they've added a ground war game mode, which is pretty cool from previous titles. It's just kind of been like 18 players or so. It is now 32 players versus 32 players. And the maps that we got, or they gave us one map, was pretty huge. It reminded me of like the Battlefield Conquest maps. But the thing was, the domination points were so close together that it was just a shitstorm in one specific area. So no matter where you turn, there's always going to be somebody there. So hopefully they can space those out a little bit, but oh my god, it's time to leave for my day job. Anyways, they space those those domination points out a little bit would be fantastic, but overall that is the only con I can really think of this game. There was really no connection issues with the beta that I had, no crashing, no stuttering, anything like that. It was overall awesome, and I had just picked up an RTX 2070, so it was a great way to break that in for the weekend. And probably the only reason that I even played the Modern Warfare beta is because my graphics card came with it. But anyways, this game is probably the first Call of Duty I'm going to invest a lot of time and maybe some money into, just because it seems really promising just from the beta. The multiplayer takes you back to a classic kind of Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 feel, which makes me feel super freaking old because Modern Warfare 2 feels so recent to me, and I'm 22, so I'm already getting gray hair and, you know, planning my funeral. Anyways, guys, if you were considering picking up the Call of Duty game, I'm gonna advise this. Even if I love the game, if I think it's a promising game, I'm just gonna say give it like a week or so. Talk to people, watch the videos on YouTube, watch my videos definitely. See how you like the game. Don't pick it up if you're not sure about it. That's at $60, the price point for video games. $60 could go to different other stuff. I mean, you can end up buying the game and not like it. That's why I'm telling people to wait, see how they like it. If you played the beta and you enjoyed it, then by all means, I'm not controlling what you do. But if you didn't play the beta and you're kind of just thinking about it, give it a few weeks, because a game might come out, might be trash. That happens a lot nowadays. But anyways, take care everybody, and I hope to see you all next time. I'm just going to let the kind of lo-fi music just play through, and some gameplay in the background as well. Keep in mind, I am nowhere near a professional, so this is not going to be high-tier gameplay. It's just me casually playing around, so just enjoy.